Good lighting is important, a good camera is important, but bad audio, that kills videos instantly. What you hear now is the built-in microphone on my iPhone 16. And this is the Fifine AM8. Much better. Fifine sent this mic over for review, but this isn't a paid video. This is all my honest feedback and thoughts about this microphone. Now, there are 3 reasons why I would suggest the Fifine AM8 to any beginner creator, streamer, or podcaster. Is podcaster a word? I'm not sure, but let's unbox it and then I'll get into my thoughts and feedback. So let's start with the price. On Amazon, it's $44.99 and comes in 3 colors: black, pink, or white depending on your flavor. The build is pretty decent, but keep in mind it's $44.99. In the box comes the user manual, the base plate, USB adapter, and then of course the mic. Now I was pretty surprised at how thick the noise canceling windscreen is given the cost. It has a built-in 3/8 and 5/8 metal thread, meaning it fits most stands without an adapter. On the bottom, we have the XLR headphone and the USB plug-in, and you can run them both at the same time, depending on what you want. Now on the front, we have 2 physical knobs and then a touch button that controls RGB. It has 2 modes and a bunch of different colors to pick from. The bottom knob controls the volume, and then the top knob controls gain. Simply put, it's just how loud or quiet it is. Then there's the mute button on the other side. Now it's not a physical clicky button, which could be a good or bad thing depending on your liking. I've already touched it multiple times and muted myself on accident, so I would definitely prefer a physical button. Now jumping into number 1, it is plug and play right out of the box. From the time to take it out of the box, connect the USB to my phone, took literally 30 seconds. It is so beginner friendly that my grandmother can do it. She can try. I don't know if she could, but it's very, very easy to get started. Microphones are often daunting. The first microphone that I got was the Hollyland Lark M2, because all I had to do is connect the USB to my phone, and then I called it a day. Number 2, it's budget friendly and it sounds amazing. The value for the price is pretty unbeatable. At the time of this video, it's $44.99 on Amazon just for the mic itself, and then if you wanted to get it with the boom arm, it comes in at $54.99. And I'll explain why that is much better towards the end, but I would highly recommend getting them together. Now, big pro number 3 why I recommend it is it has XLR. So if you're ever wanting to upgrade to a more advanced system to get more technical with your voiceovers or YouTube or mixing audio, you have the opportunity to without having to go and get a whole new microphone. Now, before really diving into this, I didn't know what XLR is, so here's a quick definition. XLR is a type of cable used to connect microphones to audio interfaces. It's a little round plug with 3 pins. Now, instead of directly plugging it into your phone or your PC or MacBook, you would plug it into a audio interface where you can control a lot more in detail with gain and a bunch of other stuff that I don't bother to touch at this moment. Now, there's 2 things that I want to tell you about this mic that I feel like you should know before purchasing it. First one, it is very, very touch sensitive, which is why I recommended earlier to get it with a boom arm. That way you're hands free, not touching anything close. It's nice that you have the knobs and to change the color, and on the back you have the mute button. But once you start to touch it and tap it, listen. It picks up audio very well. So recommendation, get a boom arm. It'll definitely help long term, especially listening back. If you go through all the effort to go through a voiceover and then you hear rustling in the background, you'll just be pissed you have to do it again. Second thing, this is a budget microphone. So obviously you're not gonna get an overly great build quality compared to more expensive microphones on the market that you're looking at $150 to $350 for basically the same thing that you can do with this microphone. Honestly, I really like the sound, and I wanna do a quick sound comparison with the AM8, with my Hollyland lav mic, and then with the iPhone audio, just to give you guys a gauge of what different audios sound like that I have. So just a quick one-liner, my favorite sport is basketball, and I love tech products. Okay, so this is the second audio, so I'll say the same sentence. My favorite sport is basketball, and I love tech products. And this is the third mic that I'm testing, just so you guys can hear. My favorite sport is basketball, and I love tech products. The reveal. The first audio was straight from my iPhone 16. The second audio was the Fifine AM8. And then the third audio was from my Hollyland Lark M2 lav mic. So that just gives you a rough ballpark. I know it's not very similar mics, but just to give you a range of what different audios can sound like and what you can achieve. Last thoughts about the mic. If you know nothing about audio mixing, if you don't really care to know about audio mixing, if you just want something that you can plug in super easily and get good sounding audio, I would highly recommend the Fifine AM8. If you are interested in this mic, there is a link in the description if that's something that you want to take a look at, but I appreciate it, y'all. Take it easy.